Tonight, a 13 News exclusive. Ralph Yarl's dad talks about the shooting that injured his son. Welcome inside the comfy confines of the Channel 13 studios. Also tonight, a toddler makes his way through the gates at the White House. We'll talk about that story, but ladies, we got to talk about the weather because my goodness, today was
perfection.
Yes.
Yeah. Perfection.
Yeah,
I
sure
definitely made sure I got out there and got the walk-in today that I missed yesterday.
Yeah, yep.
Oh my goodness.
It was warm.
It was good. So nice.
Made it into the low 80s, and we're going to be low 80s again tomorrow. But as we know, it's spring in Indiana, so don't get used to it.
Right? See, that's perfect because it's like you're comfortable in the shade, and I was comfortable in the sun.
Yeah, because it's not muggy.
It's that's the difference.
Huge difference to a spring 80 and a summertime July 80. But we'll be back into the low 80s tomorrow. No problems on your morning drive to work or school. Temperatures will be mild, upper 50s, low 60s. You can leave that jacket and sweatshirt at home. You'll need the sunglasses. Low to mid 80s for highs tomorrow. We're going to be as warm as mid 70s for lunchtime, so maybe plan to spend some time outside around your lunch hour or just get a few extra steps in outside. We do have some changes on the way that will include rain chances. This is Future Track 13. We're dry through, for the most part, the daylight hours. Western part of the state might have a late afternoon, early evening pop-up. They start to become more numerous by 8 p.m. and by 11 o'clock tomorrow night. We'll be tracking some scattered showers and maybe a few rumbles of thunder. Severe threat at this point looks low, but it also looks like a soggy morning drive on Friday. So instead of this moving out quickly, we're going to be stuck with some rain the early half of Friday before we get a few hours of sunshine late Friday afternoon, early evening before another wave of rain Friday night into early Saturday. And looking ahead to the weekend, which we'll do at 11, it's not going to be a washout, but sure isn't going to be 80. We'll be more like the upper 40s and low 50s for highs. So definitely much cooler as we look ahead to the weekend.
All right, so Felicia said she got her steps in. How about yourself?
I got my steps in. Rosie and I did our 3 miles.
3 miles. Yeah, we did our walk today and had lunch outside. It was beautiful.
Oh, where'd you have lunch?
Just outside in the back.
Oh. Okay.
She's like, why wasn't I invited?
I got distracted. Wait, food. Oh, lunch. So you do 3. You drop her off and then you keep going sometimes?
Sometimes. So her and I always do 3. Sometimes I'll drop her at 3 and I'll do 1 more.
Oh, okay.
So
and then what was for lunch, Scott?
Sandwich, you know me.
A sandwich.
Oh, our predictable guy.
Yeah, it is pretty predictable. Here's what everybody else was doing. Daniel says, I'll be getting my steps tomorrow. Okay. Joyce says, loving this weather. Ralph's in Alabama saying he walks 3 miles every day.
All right,
Good
Ralph.
for you, Ralph. Today was beautiful. I got my yard work done, says Renita. Paul played golf today. So
nice.
Paul may be our winner.
Yeah.
And Jennifer says wonderful weather. And so, yeah, I think everybody was pretty happy with things today.
I would say the only people some people don't want to go straight from winter to summer. So we would like to have spring. And our average high is 65. So the low 80s quite a bit warmer than that.
Sure.
You'll be fine.
We'll
we'll be okay.
There.
Like I said, it wasn't muggy,
No,
so
it was not
comfortable. You'll be fine.
Right. All right, we'll get back to Angela in a moment. We do want to talk about one of the big stories that we've been covering all day. This Ralph Yarl story was one of our big stories on the early evening newscast because Jenny Runovich talked to Ralph's dad, who lives here in Indianapolis.
Yes, this is a 13 News exclusive, and let's just get straight to his words. I mean, I think everyone can imagine what this felt like as a parent. Let's listen in.
Paul Yarl just returned home to Indianapolis from a Kansas City hospital, and a scene no parent wants to witness. His oldest boy critically wounded by bullets.
So to see him in a bed, fighting for his life, you know, he could have been dead.
Paul is equally stunned by the circumstances. 16-year-old Ralph Yarl was trying to pick up his younger brothers when he went to the wrong home and rang the doorbell. In response, police say the homeowner, 84-year-old Andrew Lester, pulled a gun and shot the teen in the arm and in the head.
My first reaction was, what? It's like, wow, he didn't deserve it.
The homeowner claimed he thought Ralph was trying to break in.
If you think he's a threat, why couldn't you call 911? Why couldn't you call the police?
Prosecutors believe there's a racial component to this case. Ralph's dad agrees and wants criminal consequences.
I am relieved that charges were filed not just because of Ralph, because of the next kid. Like if there were no charges and he will let go, who knows, the next kid that will come to the same house, the same neighborhood. Who knows what will happen to them?
For now, he's focused on Ralph's recovery,
He needs me now, more than ever.
planning to go back to Kansas City to help him heal. In Indianapolis, Jenny Runovich, 13 News.
Still amazing that that boy survived being struck in the head and then in the arm.
A traumatic brain injury.
Right.
And so the fact, last I read, he was at home recovering.
Right,
And
crying
so
a lot, just couldn't believe what had happened to him.
it's unbelievable. And I mean, definitely good to hear the parents' perspective, but I think it's unimaginable for all of us.
For sure.
Yeah, and he's going to have emotional scars.
Oh, my
the young,
gosh, can't
the
even
young man
imagine.
as well to deal
Right.
with, aside from the scars from the bullets.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and continue following that story for you. And wanted to leave you tonight on a story about a toddler that got into the White House, going through one of the gates. This is a picture from the Associated Press. You can see the Secret Service. This happened yesterday. Apparently this young child was able to get through the gates at the White House, crawling through on the north side of the White House. Secret Service responded quickly, reunited the child with their parents. Unclear if the child was disciplined for that. I don't know, but I think you're pretty happy that your kid is okay.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm impressed. And also, this leaves you with a story for the rest of your life.
Right.
Like for your family or any first date, or a story when they are like, oh, give me 2 truths and a lie. Any icebreaker?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
This
He
is
wins.
a good story, right?
It'd be kind of funny if he grows up to be a Secret Service agent.
That
And
part.
then has that story, and then they
That
say,
part.
hey, have you ever been to the White House?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I have.
So I read they said that when they raised the fence to 13 feet, it ended up, for however they designed it, ended
Right.
up widening it. So it's 5.5 inches apart. So
Right.
Okay.
the bars, I guess, so a little kid was able to squeeze through
Yeah.
5.5 inches.
I've got
say you
little
gotta keep-
toddlers, four toddlers.
Keep your
as
eyes on 'em,
grandkids.
Scott.
Oh my gosh, can't imagine what that would be like,
But it's
right?
1 second. They move so fast.
Oh, they do.
It's 1 second, you turn your head, and all of a sudden, they're through the fence into the White
gosh.
House lawn.
All right, so you need plans tomorrow, right? And you need plans tomorrow because it's going to be
Yes.
beautiful outside.
Yeah. Okay, I'll work on that. I hope it involves a patio and a glass of wine.
And,
Oh.
and a sandwich?
Yeah,
And a sandwich.
and a sensible sandwich.
Sensible sandwich.
Yes.
That's my life. Okay.
We'll start the day close to 60, mid-70s by noon, and highs in the 80s with some sunshine. We'll be tracking some rain this time tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, very good.
Sensible sandwich. No, we want lobster. Surf and turf me.
Wanted to say hello to Teresa, Glenn, and Daniel joining us tonight. Marion also from Anderson, so it's good to have everybody here. Hope you enjoy the weather tomorrow, and we will see you in about 50 minutes over on Channel 13. Good night.